You probably remember that kid from high school who was always shuffling through her scribble upon note cards before a big test, or perhaps you were that kid. These set of cards that bear information as words or numbers, pictures on either or both sides were widely used in classroom drills or in private study, as we call it, flashcards. Flashcards is the tool that we use with learners of any age group. Almost every of you at some point used flashcards. We all know and use flashcards as a common and effective study tool for memorizing information. Flashcards have been used since at least the 19th century, but they were made massively after the developments in paper technologies. In recent years, as paper has become relegated to a second-class position, computers and smartphones have become primary tools for learning and studying, and flashcards have started to wane in popularity in today's educational world. Flashcards have been around forever on paper, and flashcards apps are plentiful. A quick search on the iOS store returns dozens of apps that have at least a flashcard component, including TinyCard, a free flashcard application made by the developers of Duolingo that turns memorization-style studying into a game-like experience. For example, vocabulary, equations, history facts, wine matching, or even Pokemon's name. In the recent update, the app also lets you brush up your Chinese or learn the language with exclusive lessons from the visual-based learning system, Easy. So, how does it work? Let's take a look at this YouTube video. When you first launch the app, you will be required to sign up the email address and create a username. You will get to choose which flashcards creators you want to follow. Once you pick a topic you want to learn, TinyCard shows you a card and asks you to memorize different portions as you go along, mixing up and repeating different details. In this example, cell structure. What's the benefits of studying with flashcards, and how does it help learners? An educator, Scott Thornberry, has said, it has been estimated that when reading, words stand a good chance of being remembered if they have been met at least 7 times over spaced intervals. Let's take a look at TinyCard's features. First, spaced repetition learning techniques that help learners learn virtually anything that involves memorization. Second, the unlimited range of topics. Learners can search for subject-specific flashcards from pre-made decks or make their own and share cards with friends. Third, machine learning algorithms. It allows learners to optimize their learning through this method and adapt to every learner's individual scores and progress. Fourth, the ability to incorporate auditory and visual information into a single flashcard that applies to Mayer's temporal contiguity principle, saying that people learn better when corresponding words and pictures are presented simultaneously rather than successively. Why is it emerging? First, flashcard learning method is evolving. It's not new and it has been around forever. But since computers and smartphones have become primary tools to learning and studying, TinyCards has been adapted through the growth of technology and learners' personal needs, and is still providing the learning benefit like its old-school paper-based method. Second, TinyCards make learning mobile learning. The app itself includes hundreds of pre-made decks that learners can use on their phone or computer to study a wide range of topics. It only takes a couple of minutes to get through each lesson, so it's perfect for learning all sorts of topics when you're on the move. Third, TinyCards make learning social learning. Learners can make their own card decks, and anybody within the app can follow their updates, and their followers will be notified when they launch a new deck. As an educator, you can now use TinyCards to help students learn about your expertise too. Fourth, TinyCards gamify the learning experience in part to its likeness to a video game. Learners unlock new levels, enjoy delightful animations, share cards with friends, and solidify their knowledge by filling up a strength bar. Fifth, its success also lies in the machine learning technology that enables the platform to create custom lesson plans for each learner.